Alright. So today, on the Wonderful Lovely Gaming Jesus Rocks channel, we're going to be back in recording some Dungeon Maker. Hunting down. Now, there is a second Dungeon Maker. I don't know if I said this already in previous videos, but once we kind of try to complete Dungeon Maker in the sense, we will try and get Dungeon Maker 2 to go after we get Dungeon Maker 1. So, in that sense, some other things that you will notice down the pipeline of things that are need to getting done is the Sony versus Microsoft versus Nintendo video should be up today. If not, it will be up another day. It's really not that bad. I don't have it quite edited yet, but I think I should be able to get that edited soon, so that you guys can kind of see the things that are going down there, my opinions on each of them, the history of it, and I did do a mobile section as well in there, so you can check that out when it is uploaded. It should be uploaded by Friday, the 30th of June. Right before the 4th of July. There won't be any videos the 4th of July. There might be videos 4th of July. I'm not 100% for sure, so don't be caught on me. That day is a Tuesday, which would be Dungeon Maker videos. So if you don't see one that day, then you know either one, it wasn't released that day, and I'll let you know. I always will let you know if it gets pushed behind. Like my RCT 3 videos was supposed to be released yesterday, but will be released the 27th today. And this should be released today. If not, it will at least be released tomorrow. Sony versus Microsoft will definitely be released before Friday. So let's go over to our shop because we got something new. Guess over with this, like me. What, you're going to put it in your maze? Why in the world would I want to visit you there? Well, as you can see, we don't have enough. Let's go to our plaza and check for the marketer. Because this is where I always will sell cooking ingredients and stuff. If I have over like 10 of the ingredients, I'll start selling them off, but I don't, so the buyer might be able to sell them other things here. I'm not... Oh yeah, that's right, I don't have that in this game. My bad. That's in the next one that I get the armor strength and stuff. So let's go into our dungeon. If you leave the floor as dirt, then what you've got is just a cave. Yeah, that's true. And in any sense, that is true. If you do have if you go to agriculture, modified corridor, we don't have any wood grain available, but as you can see, we've already started doing wood grain stuff. I always like to leave wood grain on the first floor, and any of the next, as we unlock more kits, I always like to put them on the next floor. So like if we got like double kits or some sort, that just means that we'll put it down in the basement or the next floor of some sort. So as we kind of going through this kind of thing, I like to let you guys know that my website will be up very shortly, very soon. I'll be working that today to get that going. I do have the site, I just have to remodify it to fit for YouTube and not fit for my class project. If I can. Abigail. Excuse me, that was my cat that just walked by. But, well, not my own cat, our family cat. But let's see if we got any things that we can change up some of these rooms, because if we don't, it's just a waste to come down here. No, it's not a waste to come down anywhere at all, in that sense. Let's go to agriculture. Erase that block up there. We're going to keep those two doors there for right now. If we do only have that 1D small room there. So we really, coming down here isn't that bad to get our dungeon moving and flowing, to get it quickly going the way we want it to go. But we don't want it to be overly dramatic in our dungeon. Okay, I'm going to take off my glasses because I can see just as fine without them. I only do it when I need it to read, but with this game I don't need it that bad. And I'm having this nasty glare on my sunglasses, on my glasses. Actually, they're on my sunglasses too, but... But some of the things that are coming down the pipeline, not just, well, I am going to start releasing some Diablo stuff soon. That'll be starting next week, maybe after Project Tyrese, because I'm only going to release one more episode. I did say I was going to release 7 in total, but I think I've just fallen off the face of the earth. I enjoy it, I just don't think it's a game that I'm going to sit and play for hours on end with you guys. Because I think showing you, because it's enough gameplay out there that it's just, like, not enough gameplay out there for me to show you guys. It's basically the same thing everywhere, but I will definitely, maybe might show you a, episode of some sort. Oh, hi. Hey, Abby. What? So looks like nothing's in here. I'll tell you, in each of the games out here, not just Roller Coaster Tycoon that I'm releasing, I am actually thinking of, we'll release that until I feel like I'm done being tired of playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, or until I feel pooped, or until we get the place filled up. One of the two. I'm not going to go any higher or lower of the terrain or any stuff like that. My dungeon maker, we're going to try to release, at least go down to the dungeon every 2 or 3 times a day. 1 to 3. If it starts getting large enough, I might go 1 to 2. I don't want to be going down here and boring you guys to death through going through these dungeons. We'll also I want to do a Q&A if we can. If I got any questions that you guys like to ask me, feel free to put that down in the comments. I'll try to get to them as much as I can. If there is none for that week, or I just haven't gotten the checked it yet, then I will let's reset default. Let's reset that there. Because I like the game in the sense that I can lock on to these things. But let's go and use magic there. Much better. Okay, so basically, we'll try to do some Q&As while we do Dungeon Maker. Some new stuff that we'll talk about as we go on. I'll try to see if we can get a little bit of a story time going sometime in some of these Dungeon Maker videos. I'm not going to say it's overly dramatic on these videos. I don't want to go tell you every story about my life, because, in that sense. But I do want to tell you how I got interested in doing YouTube. In the first place. Basically, how I got interested in YouTube was basically, I was just liking to see what other people were doing, and I was like, it was interesting on how I was doing things. I kind of started uploading videos way back in high school, but I didn't go in all out on it. My mom didn't really think YouTube was safest place to be out there, but I said, it's out there. Everybody, I'm not going to share like that too much detail, but just to kind of date myself, I'm actually going to literally tell you my age anyway, but in this year's sense, I am still going to college. I'm not like I got like basically a year left, year and a half left of college. Um, Videos will kind of slowly die down when we get up into the when I get closer to school time. That's why when I said August, early August, videos are going to start dying down a little bit, enough to where I might try to release a video a day, but don't guarantee 100% if some homework comes first for me. But basically how I started YouTube is I was just like watching other people on YouTube. I created an account. It was nice. It was wonderful. Now, I loved a lot of people back in high school when when I was watching some YouTubers. I wasn't watching like a whole lot of people. Wasn't getting into it. Wasn't watching them daily. That was maybe when I was like in maybe like 2009, maybe 10, right around that era. And then I came up to how can I put it this way? And that's kind of where I got my YouTube channel started. And I used to have a username called Maddie107 with an I, like M-A, like Maddie 107, but except I called it Maddie. But it didn't stick with me. I kind of wanted to rebrand my channel a little bit. And you guys can still see some of that old video stuff up there. My old Origins thing that you guys can go through and upload. I did update that with actual commentary so you guys can actually hear me what I'm doing. Yeah, but I was originally not doing a lot of gameplay. I was doing a lot of Bandai Cam stuff at the time. I wasn't doing much of big into recording. I didn't know much about it, except I was just using that little program to record stuff for like stuff. I used a camera down there when I had a cable. I used my mom's camera down there to record stuff like that. In that sense, basically my channel. The reason why I changed my channel name to Gaming Jesus Rocks is because I am not, I should say I'm a fan of Metal Jesus. I've been watching his videos every single day that he releases them. Every time that he releases it, I go in, watch him every day. I've been sitting there doing that every day, and I wanted to say, well, he does a lot of metal. He likes a lot of metal. And I kind of don't really like to do it. And I wanted to do Gaming Jesus Rocks because the reason why I was coming up with that name was because I felt like gaming should be my priority, and it's #1 priority. I will not be #1 priority. I'll be doing pickup videos of shoes and pickups and stuff like that to show you guys. We'll do eventually get a game tour going. Eventually, when I have a bigger game room, when I am getting out there and doing stuff and show you guys and stuff. So let's go over to our build shop and see what we can. Okay, so Fountain Kit will do good. Now, that's kind of where I started with Gaming Jesus Rocks, because I found love for Metal Jesus Rock. Like, I don't like I like him, It's like, he's a great YouTuber, and I think he's one of my top 5 YouTubers of all time. My second all-time of YouTuber is not Gaming Destructs, but Corrales. Some other notorious YouTubers that I have in mind that I like is another one that I watch a lot of lately is the D-Lady Designer and Conflicted Nerd Dylan. I actually think that those guys are, if you guys want to go check them out, you go check them out. They'll put a link down there so you guys can go check them out. They do a lot of gameplay videos. Besides Metal Jesus, he does a lot of pickup videos, a lot of stuff for places like that. We can get one more T corridor and a couple more of the 1 floors quarters. Now let's go in and check. Hold on. Let's go to items. We got a club. We got 2 short swords that we can sell here. Let's go and buy potions. I guess we could buy a potion after we gotta go to my armorer. I keep thinking it's over there because I've been playing a lot of Dungeon Maker 2 lately. Let's go and equip items that we don't have yet. Like, we can do quilted suicide shirt can go better. Leather shoes, leather boots can go better. You know, we got a buckler that's 3M mule buckler. We got a short bow. Blade root can probably be increased somehow. But let's go and sell off our items that we don't no longer need, like our quilted shirt, our buckler, our leather shoes, and our 2 short swords. I prefer to take the and we have our fighter here that we will equip to our baggage. Let's go to our items. Let's go to our rings, and we'll equip the fighter. It's basically a ring that adds 3 to strength, so it helps out when we need it. So let's go back to our build shop. Okay. Yep. I will always make sure that I redo sections of the mazes. Now, I don't know, do we have a fountain kit, which we do not. Like to get one. And I do want to buy one more of each of these here. I don't need another T cord, I just wanted to buy a couple of those. And let's go down and buy the rest. Let's buy 3 more of those. We're going to try to see if we can get the whole entire first floor filled with, oops, we can only go once a day, but we'll try to get it filled with the wooden kits. We can't eat today, but I believe we can go in here and go to Plaza, go to the marketer, and we can buy some cooking ingredients. We can buy a dried veggie ingredients. And I would like to sell at least a dried meat off, so that we can buy some more of these. Here, buy a couple more. I'm also going to try to make sure that we eat every day. If we don't eat every day, it's not good. So don't. We could eat wildcat soup, which gives me 3 HP and 1 strength, or we can eat bat legs, bat stew. I'm gonna if we go for fried fish, that's gonna give me HP of 1 and MP of +1. I don't need it right now. If I do, I will try to go for more MP stuff, but I try to go for HP and strength stuff, so in that sense. But giving myself a lot of HP is better, in that sense for myself. It's up to you guys how you play. It's just showing you how I kind of play, so if you guys really want to take in that consideration. Okay, so we're down to 9 Gilberts, but whatever. Basically, he's telling us, let a robber get away from harassing people, would ya? A robber, so he wants us to Okay, so it's make the comfortable room a criminal. After all, he's just seeking a place to stash his goods. Understand, he's not looking for anything clean or comfortable. He's looking for a room full of stuff. That kind of room is that you ask? You're smart. You figured it out for yourself. I think it's maybe a storage room. Want to listen to elderly, but think for yourself is important too. Ho ho ho. So if we go, so do we have the one floor goblin room? That's 1,000. I do want to get that the next time we get 1,000 available, but I think we could put a storage kit in there the next time we go down on our dungeon. There's graffiti. What is your dungeons, right? Major monsters are attracted to high-rated dungeons. So let's go through and let's go this way, and we're going to clear out the dungeon side over here. We want to leave, I do want to change this up here, but for a slight minute, because I do want to only switch out I'm going to put it this way. I want to, if we go to agriculture, and we go and modify, erase the block. Erase that block there, because what I'm going to do on this side of the corridor is put a T core here, and put 2 rooms on the opposite side of each other. Now, it's not going to be the best thing to do right here, but it's on top floor, and I'm not concerned about top floor getting a lot of creatures up here on the top floor, but let's go through and clear out the rooms here before we modify and increase the rooms to their capacity. Nothing there, so let's go in agriculture. Let's erase this current block up above us. This block up here will have our, we'll go 1 floor forward, and then we'll add our 2-door room up in front of us. With our fountain. We don't want to go in and go to agriculture and go into modify room, and we'll get our wonderful fountain there. And then I want to go to the right. And we're kind of filling this area up over here, making it really look all nice and tidy. I do want to go forward 1. And let's go for another full 1. And then what I want to do is another T setup, if we can. Here. And I don't know if I want to do like this and go, or do like this. Actually, let's do it this way. And then, because we can create a T corridor up here. Now our T corridor isn't going to be a T corridor, actually. Yeah, let's do T corridor here. For now, we will add our rooms to both sides. For now, we don't, and fill up, if we can, fill up all of our sides of the room. When you're building a dungeon, make sure that all sides are filled where you have dungeons to explore, because you can gain more in people. Now this is where we're going to have a T section here, so we're going to close that off for now. We'll leave it alone, and we can come back to it later. Let's go and come out of here, and we don't need to go through the rooms that we create. Once you create something, dungeon won't, there's nothing going to pop up until you go down a floor, or you go across to other floors. I mean, out of the dungeon and go to the, come back the next day. In that sense, but I don't know if you guys kind of know that if you saw that the previous, that I'm not going through them. If you saw it in the previous episode or what not. In that sense. But also I want to say there's another story time that I want to tell you guys. And I want to tell you a kind of a little story that I'd like to... It's not really my story. Well, actually, it kind of is. But it's also just not my own story, because some other people may have this same story as well. Is that, my very first game, and I want to tell you, and I remember this like a... drowned like a hawk. I remember this as my very first game I ever touched, and I'm still... People are like gonna hate me for this game, but it's my #1 Final Fantasy game of all time, and it's my very first game, and that was Final Fantasy VIII. I actually enjoy that game to a passion, and I know I haven't been going through and completing doing the stuff like that. I've decided that I am going to axe that series and start over on a later time, a later date, when I feel like I'm obliged to do so. I'm not really interested in it too much anymore. I beat the game. There's no interest in it. Maybe when my YouTube comes a better career, I'll get back into doing some of these RPG stuff. Like that. I don't want to go into like too much of an older game. I want to kind of stick to much newer stuff. This is kind of an older game, but some of the games I've been doing are older because that's all I've got right now. Besides Product Highways, of course. But my very first Steam game that I've ever purchased myself was City Skylines, to be honest with you. In that, and then I kind of haven't got any DLCs left on that game there. My second upmost purchased game that I purchased with help, of course, was Euro Truck Simulator as well. I got them both on the same note. I was almost tempted to maybe could have saved my money and waited until a DLC came out of some sort, or when it was cheaper on the summer sale or whatever, but it wasn't really summer sale in that sense. It was more along the lines of winter sale, and I think maybe if I wait and get money, get a job, kind of that. I right now just don't have one. I'm looking for one. But I do want to come down here, and I do like the let's go to items. Not items. We got to erase this block here, and we're going to extend it by 1 floor forward, and we will close it off again with a room here. Oh. We don't want to go like extensively into deep, because we got to make sure that this whole room has enough room to store a boss room. Now, throughout this series, besides that, I am just showing you guys this, is not only the Q&As, but I'll try to get every once in a while a story time kind of deal. But today I've kind of done 2. I kind of want to go through the dungeon one more time at least before we end the video for today. Let's go into Apocryphy and buy ourselves a potion. Just in case if we do need so. Let's go to armor and sell off some stuff that we don't need, like our dagger and our buckler. Allowing us to have a little bit of some stuff around. Let's go to the build shop. I do want to add in a couple of straight corridors here. Let's go one more straight corridor. I do want to add a T corridor there, and I think the rest will be our veggies that we can go purchase, because we do need the buyer. You might pay better. I haven't figured out what the buyer is for. If you guys do know that, please do put that down in the comments so that I can understand why is that buyer there, because I don't really understand. The reason I'm buying so much veggies is because then I can save up later when I need to get these extra stuff. Let's go to my home, and we'll go to my daily meal, and we will eat tail soup as much as we can. I'm going to, I've decided, we were going to go through the dungeon again, but I've decided not to. I feel like that going through a couple of dungeons isn't that really bad. But I really do gotta, go to the library at some point. Yeah, why not? Let's go through the dungeon one more time. When you don't know what to do next, the magic salesperson is telling you can help out. Yeah, that's true. That is actually true. But I think I know what I'm doing, so I don't need to worry about it too much. I do want to leave a few things throughout this dungeon. I don't want to go and say, go and expensively expanding the dungeons too much on this today. But another thing that I want to say about this game is that this game is, if you should really pick it up if you have a PSP. I have this game. All I am doing is just sharing this with you guys via the emulator. But I highly recommend that you buy it on the PSP. Take it on the go with you. In that sense. But I don't want you guys to go out there and go download this game off the internet. It's go support the game or support that place where you buy it from. It's illegal in the Americas to do so. So please go buy it. I don't want to leave you guys off and say no, don't go do it. I've already done it, but the only reason why I've done it is because I don't have a PSP to actually play it with. So I'm actually doing this fine and dandy. If you guys want to prove that I can have it, I'll prove it to you in the next episode. Here. So we do want to expand the dungeon a little bit going around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have it go around the, I'm going to have it go around in a circle here. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go this way. We're going to try as much as we can to get as much away that I can show you what I'm meaning by this. Is because I want to build is a, like, there's like, it just goes in a circular pattern, and so that when we do, for now I can't really do anything to put it there. So what I'll do is we're going to modify, in agriculture, we're going to modify the, no, we don't want to do that. Let's erase the block behind us, and we'll still blank it up for now, until we are able to get a couple more, until we're able to get a couple straights, and some more turns to get that through, and another T corridor if we can, on the opposite ending. I'm giving it a little bit of some depth to it. I shouldn't really be focusing on depth too much, but I am. And I shouldn't be really focusing on how much it looks nice and stuff, but it's kind of the nature of, if we click here, the floor rating, I should say, not how they look, kind of get the floor rating to look nice and decent, more so along the lines of that. I know I've probably turned it down like about 10%, a little bit, just like if you can't hear the game too much, that's alright. I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to kind of listen to me talk as well. Let's go here, let's go to agriculture, if you modify the corridor, and we need to modify it going down the corridor here. If you go to agriculture, modify the corridor to this one here, and then we got to modify the last corridor here to get that there. Now this whole entire floor is going to be covered in this kind of wood grained kit. It's not going to be covered in just dirt, because it's better to have a mixture of them both. Or it's up to you how you play, but I recommend you at least have some wood grain on this floor, wherever you notoriously like to build your dungeon, however you'd like to. Eventually, if you guys want to go through my dungeon, I will eventually have this, maybe if I can find a way to get the save off of here, and let you guys go through the dungeon if you feel like it, however you want. I'm going to do that with Dungeon Maker 2, so you guys can kind of do the same thing. I like to use a lot of magic when those things come around, because they're a lot quicker to kill them off. But I don't want to go into too much more detail because of anything more. But we're kind of getting closer to the end of this video, in the making of this video, I should say. But the last thing that I do want to mention before I do sign off, after we go in through the rest of our dungeon here, is that when you're building a dungeon, I probably said this in the previous episode, but if you build a dungeon, don't build rooms too close to the entrance like I did over there. But I'm doing it because it's a junk rooms that are that people don't think that there are monsters there, but there aren't, or there might be some, but not all the time will there be one. Kind of do that like a trick room, but there isn't one in this dungeon here. In this game, I should say, but there is one in the next game. I'll explain more in depth of the next game and some things that are different between the two. I'll do a later comparison between the two and say which one's better, which one should you play the most, which one should be your main priority to play, that kind of sort of thing. The other thing that I do want to mention about myself is that a kind of little more story time, kind of a small story time here, is myself is when my kind of, besides just my channel taking off a little bit, my channel's kind of not going off as much right now. I kind of figured that maybe let's give it a year, and if I can get people to come to my channel within a year, I can kind of maybe experience people to come in and play the game, or experience to come to my channel and stuff. I want to make this channel a variety channel, a video game variety channel. It's going to have mainly creative games, but it'll also have, sometimes it might have like an RPG, some sort. It might have a different variety. You will also have my Twitter account will be linked down there eventually. I don't have it yet linked in any of my videos, but it will start being linked today, or when this video goes out. But the story that I was going to get to is that back in the day, I remember when the YouTube was starting to really come into play. I didn't really notice it much at a young age, but it really did. It really has changed over the years. It used to be run. I used to have my account used to be run by not run by Google. It used to be run by YouTube itself. And then when YouTube started coming around, I started kind of not doing so well in getting that account recovered, because it was like I wanted to have it coincide with my Google account so that I can do it on my phone and make sure. Yep, I know that. Of course, you can select it, but I do want to go in and buy some more wood grain stuff for today. That's kind of what I'm going to leave it here after we kind of go save our game for today. We get our daily meal of our meat stew. I prefer to eat a lot of HP, eat stuff that gives me HP rather than that. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please do remember to like and comment. It really does appreciate that comment, give me feedback on stuff. It really does help to like it, that I know that if you guys are still interested in it. And I am going to say that if you really enjoy my stuff, if you really enjoy it enough to where you get enough to subscribe, you can do that too. I'm not going to force you. And I thank you for watching.